Hello Amazon.com, it's me Beau with a video update on IMORDEN's F-2, the Falcon F-2, and I myself am a videographer. I travel all over the world, just got back from Nepal before, and then Cambodia, and then Sierra Leone, and all over the world with my camera. And I run a nonprofit film studio that produces video for other nonprofits. And so I am very active, I'm always on the move. And as I'm talking, I'm just going to actually show you how this screws right into the bottom of my GH4. It can fit, it can carry quite comfortably larger cameras, but I like how compact the lower or the mirrorless cameras are. There we go. And as you can see, it secures quite nicely onto there. I would be cautious of the edges. They are somewhat sharp. They're not quite beveled, but that's beside the point. So it dangles like so. Let's actually go ahead and put that down so you can see my fake belt right there. Yes, I do martial arts. It's just a joke shirt, okay? So anyway, besides taking myself way too seriously, check it out. Isn't that nice? Very, very comfortable. Now do keep in mind, and I made this mistake actually in a previous review, which has since been unpublished. That's actually how I sliced my thumb open, hence the cute little band-aid. But yeah, I had to dismantle it and then reassembled it. You don't want to hear that, but here's the key. This is how you put this thing on. This is very, very key. So you hold it like so with the emblem facing out, the logo, and you put it over your left shoulder. So this is if you are a right-hand shooter. Obviously this is your dominant hand. You're going up like this and then down like this. And you'll notice that this strap back here is now dangling, and this is going to go underneath your left armpit, and it sits just like so. And the point of this right here is that so when you slide it up like this, and then you can slide the slider up, you can see this this little slider. You can lock this on here, and now this actually won't go down all the way here. It kind of remains in front of you like so. So you can just reach straight down and go up like that. I actually prefer not to have this slider here. It feels a bit restrictive. I like to keep it sliding along this line. So I just keep this thing unclipped, or I slide it all the way back and lock it back there just so it's out of my way. So there's all this real estate along here. I like to have it down here so that when I'm doing weddings or anything like that, I'm directing everybody and it's out of my way. It's not in front of me. But when I need it, it's right where I know where it is. Really easy to draw up, and away we go. So you can adjust it if you'd like. I am 32-inch waist, 6'2", 165 pounds, so fairly lanky sort of fellow. So be warned, if you are a large American or a bosomy woman, this may not be the most comfortable, especially this little understrap down here. I have about, I'd say 12 inches left right here. If I were to max this out completely, oh man, am I bleeding already? I am bleeding already. What the heck? How come, what keeps cutting me? Something on this strap keeps cutting me. I think it might be this, what I mentioned before. It's kind of sharp along there. It is! That's what I used to tighten it. A little blood right there. Ah! Seriously, guys? Okay, I gotta knock a star off of that for slicing my hand a second time. So it's this piece right there. Yeah, well, anyway, the show must go on. Do note, though, that I do put my life on the line to bring you this information. So anyway, where was I? Yeah, so anyway, it gives you about this much space over here, but just keep in mind that if you get any bigger than, I'd say, 250 pounds, this is going to be really tight, very restrictive, so keep that in mind. But for my purpose, man, that's really gushing again. Oh, this is so inconvenient, where, well, time for more Band-Aids. But anyway, hey, let's actually talk about how this detaches from this without taking this thing off and cutting yourself. You'll see on here, it says lock clockwise. Unlock, obviously, is counterclockwise. So this is a little spring-loaded thing right there. So you can kind of see it give, kind of like that. So you push this in, and then you push, and then you turn it in the unlock. And there's a ball and socket type lock right here. You see that little ball? And then this is the socket. And so that's how you can quickly take it off if you are a videographer, because when it's attached to this thing, it rattles quite a bit. For photography, that's no big deal. You're not worried about audio. But for video, here, I'll actually put it back on and demonstrate this. So ball and socket, right in there, and then push it. Sometimes you kind of have to put some tension on there and then turn it. There we go. Now it is locked in there just fine. And take a listen to that. The straps aren't really supposed to make that noise. You know, there's a lot of loose parts going on here. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying if you do video. So just keep that in mind. Well, before I bleed all over my camera, I'd better go and finish this review. Overall, I would give this like a 3 or 4 stars, simply because it keeps cutting me. I have no idea that it's so sharp on that edge, but yeah, that's like a knife. Holy smokes. Let's hope that they bevel this edge down right in there. That's significant. Whew, all right. Well, the machining is very precise. I'll give them that. Woo-wee. But overall, very comfortable, very nice when you're out in the field. It's right down there. Very nice. This is the back, in case you're wondering. If you want to switch sides, let's say you're a left-handed shooter, it's going to be kind of awkward, which I'm going to break that down really quickly. By the way, the product link is in the description, and they have photos of how a model looks all good wearing this and everything. But I want a real-world example. That's what I want. So basically, for left-handed, you're going to switch it over to, all right, this side, like so. And then once it's on, you're going to go under here. And this is what makes it awkward. This is going to kind of pull down across like that. So you can see that it's kind of twisting the strap down. You can, if you'd like to, take this off and switch it around, which I would recommend. So if you're a left-handed shooter, that's going to get kind of annoying, but just you can take about 5 or 10 minutes to take this off, and it does go back on. I did it earlier. But right there, yeah, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, a little stretchy. I like the breathability of this. See, there's a little bit of give right there. That's nice. And if you really, really want to take this off, let's say that you're whitewater kayaking and you want to get all your gear off before you get swept under the rapids, you know, this is normal for you adventure videographers like myself. You take that off, and to unclip this, it's not just this right here, but they have a little safety feature right there. So you pinch that and then pinch that, and then it actually goes off. So that is it. I give the IMORDEN F-2 about a 3 out of 5 stars, simply because it keeps cutting me when I try to take it on and off. But other than that, it's not quite returnable, but not quite my favorite either. Let's be honest, not a lot of camera straps are cut up my hands. And I'm not that reckless of a person, I promise. The actual padded strap itself is nice construction, kind of a neoprene, not quite that sticky, but it does grip a little bit, so it kind of stays in place on your shoulder. And overall, the construction is pretty decent. Probably wouldn't buy it again. I'm okay with being a willing blood donor, but unwilling, I draw the line there. So that's it. Be careful, guys, all right, if you were to pick this up. But there you go. And also, I have tested some Peak Design straps, and they're very, very nice, and if you can afford Peak Design, go for it. But this is about half the price of Peak Design, so they've got that going for them, okay? So I'll give them that. That's it. 3 out of 5 stars. My name is Beau. I look forward to testing and reviewing more fun things here on Amazon.com.